Welcome to Movie Vault. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intense, emotional, and masterfully crafted adaptations in television history. The Last of Us, Season 1. Based on the legendary Naughty Dog video game, this HBO series brings the post-apocalyptic world to life in a way that's both heart-wrenching and breathtaking. Across 9 episodes, we follow Joel and Ellie as they navigate a devastated America filled with danger, loss, and moments of hope. So, grab your backpacks, check your ammo, and let's break down everything that happened in The Last of Us Season 1. Episode 1, When You're Lost in the Darkness, the World Falls Apart. The series kicks off with an unforgettable prologue. We are introduced to Joel Miller, a single father in Austin, Texas, living a normal life with his teenage daughter, Sarah. But everything changes on the night of September 26th, 2003, when a mysterious fungal infection, cordyceps brain infection, CBI, begins spreading like wildfire, turning people into violent, mindless creatures. Joel, Sarah, and his brother Tommy attempt to escape the chaos, but tragedy strikes when a soldier, under strict orders, shoots Sarah, killing her in Joel's arms. This gut-wrenching moment marks the beginning of Joel's transformation into a hardened survivor. Fast forward 20 years later, and the world has completely collapsed. The United States is under martial law, with quarantine zones, QZs, controlled by a ruthless military force called Fedra. Joel, now a smuggler in Boston QZ, works alongside his partner Tess. They get caught up in a conflict with the rebel group known as the Fireflies, who are fighting against Fedra's control. The Fireflies introduce Joel and Tess to a 14-year-old girl named Ellie, who they need smuggled out of the QZ. At first, Joel is reluctant, but everything changes when he discovers that Ellie is immune to the cordyceps infection. She may be humanity's only hope for a cure. The episode ends with Joel, Tess, and Ellie sneaking out of Boston, leaving behind the oppressive rule of Fedra and stepping into a world overrun by the infected. Episode 2, Infected, the first real test. As Joel, Ellie, and Tess navigate the ruins of Boston, they encounter the Clickers, terrifying creatures that use echolocation to hunt their prey. The show perfectly captures the horror and tension of these encounters, with the sound design making every moment terrifying. After barely surviving, the trio reaches the Massachusetts State House, where they were supposed to meet the Fireflies. But it's too late. The Fireflies are dead. Even worse, Tess reveals that she has been bitten and won't survive. In a final act of heroism, she sacrifices herself by blowing up the building, giving Joel and Ellie a chance to escape. This moment cements the start of Joel and Ellie's father-daughter bond, even if Joel isn't ready to accept it yet. Episode 3, Long, Long Time, a heartbreaking love story. In a beautifully crafted detour, this episode tells the story of Bill and Frank, 2 survivors who build a life together in a secluded town. Bill, a survivalist, initially resists all human contact until he meets Frank, a warm and caring soul. Over 2 decades, the two form a deep, loving relationship, showing that even in a broken world, love can still flourish. As they grow old together, Frank falls ill, and in a tear-jerking conclusion, the two decide to die together peacefully in their home. Joel and Ellie later arrive, finding a final letter from Bill, urging Joel to protect Ellie. This message strikes a chord with Joel, subtly shifting his perspective on their journey. Episode 4 to 5, Kansas City and Henry and Sam's tragic fate. Joel and Ellie's road trip leads them into Kansas City, where they encounter a rebel militia that has overthrown Fedra. These rebels are led by Kathleen, a ruthless leader out for revenge against a man named Henry. Joel and Ellie soon cross paths with Henry and his younger brother Sam, a deaf child trying to survive. The group teams up to escape the city, but tragedy strikes when Sam is bitten by an infected. Ellie, believing her blood can heal him, tries to save him, but by morning, Sam has turned. In one of the most devastating moments in the series, Henry is forced to kill his own brother, and in his grief, he turns the gun on himself. This event deeply affects Ellie, further hardening her as they continue west. Episode 6, Tommy's Safe Haven and Joel's Fear. Joel and Ellie arrive in Jackson, Wyoming, where they find Joel's long-lost brother, Tommy. Unlike Joel, Tommy has built a peaceful life with his wife, Maria. Here, Joel finally breaks down, admitting to Tommy that he's terrified of failing Ellie. He feels weak, old, and afraid that he can't protect her. This is a rare moment of vulnerability for Joel, showing how much Ellie means to him. However, Ellie overhears their conversation and confronts Joel, delivering one of the most iconic lines from the game. Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody, except for you. Joel ultimately decides to continue their journey together, fully embracing his role as Ellie's protector. Episode 7-8. Ellie's Past and the Horrors of David. Ellie's backstory is revealed in a flashback episode, showing her time in a Fedra school and her first love, Riley. The two sneak into an abandoned mall, sharing a night of fun before they are both bitten. While Ellie's immunity saves her, Riley dies, an experience that leaves Ellie scarred forever. Back in the present, Joel is gravely wounded, forcing Ellie to fend for herself. She encounters a seemingly kind preacher named David, but soon realizes he is a cannibalistic predator. In a harrowing sequence, Ellie fights for her life, brutally killing David in a moment of pure survival instinct. She is saved by Joel, who embraces her, calling her baby girl, a term he once used for Sarah. Episode 9, The Fireflies and the Ultimate Choice. Joel and Ellie finally reach the Fireflies in Salt Lake City. But things take a dark turn when Joel learns that the only way to create a cure is by operating on Ellie's brain, which will kill her. Joel makes an impossible choice. He massacres the Fireflies, rescuing Ellie but ensuring that humanity loses its only hope for a cure. In the final moments, Ellie asks Joel if he's telling the truth about what happened. Joel lies. Ellie hesitates, but ultimately accepts his answer, setting up the heartbreaking conflict that will define their relationship in Season 2. Final thoughts. The Last of Us, Season 1, is an emotional roller coaster that masterfully adapts one of the greatest video game stories ever told. From the brutal world building to the deeply personal character arcs, it's a journey filled with heartbreak, survival, and love. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the best movies and shows out there. This is Movie Vault. Until next time, stay safe out there.